What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the Real Reality TV. Now, I was waiting to talk about this because, as you know, if you have been with me for a little minute now, you know I don't come to break stories or just to share news, but to really just share my thoughts on things that are out there. And when I immediately saw this story, I'm not even going to lie to you. This is what I thought would wind up being the case. But because she is a favorite and I like her too, I didn't want it to seem like I was piling on her or wishing for anything like this. But just because I've been watching this show from the first season, and no, we don't know these people, but I just pick up things for what I've seen. I just felt like based on the story and the news that this probably had something to do with that. And so Karen Huger, it was initially reported that she was involved in a serious one-car accident where she hit some barriers and some signs and other things, and that some citations were issued, but nothing was reported about anything that may have caused her to be under the influence to cause the accident to happen. But now it's being reported that she has definitely been hit with a DUI in connection with the car crash. So I didn't want to immediately come out and say, listen, I think it may have something to do with that, because it's just weird, especially when it's someone that is considered a fave. People like to say things like, oh, you're just hating. Oh, you just want to wish for that woman's downfall, or, you know, just ridiculous claims like that. I really do like Karen. I think she's funny. I think she's classy and can be a clown and all of that good stuff. And she's definitely leveled up from the first season. Let's just be honest, okay? But let's just go into the story. It's from TMC. She's facing one count of DUI over Tuesday night's wreck, which notes she has to make a mandatory court appearance to answer for it. She's facing an additional DWI charge as well. So again, when I initially heard the story about her being in the accident, of course you want to just say, God, I hope she's okay. But I just thought back to the times when she has had a little bit too much to drink, and we've seen it on the shows. And then we've also seen the times where she was purposely, and no knock to that, because I think that's a great thing, purposely avoiding drinking alcohol. And I feel that if someone has issues with drinking, it can be hard to be in the circle of people where that's just how they entertain themselves. Or, oh, I need a drink. And, you know, that's the culture of things. And no one's forcing anyone to drink alcohol. They're not opening up your mouth and pouring it down your throat on the Real Housewives franchises. But we know when things came out, and now currently Leah McSweeney, who used to be on the Real Housewives of New York and one of the Ultimate Girls Trips, she's currently suing. And she let it be known that she was an alcoholic, or is, and was dealing with a lot of those issues. And I remember her just saying, you know, look, I am not going to have anything to drink. And then I think it was the chick from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City was basically saying like, oh, well, you know, that's too bad, or, you know, sorry, you're going to have to be bored and things like that. So when you are currently in a space where that's pretty much your job, to be around these ladies, go on trips with them, go to dinner, go to lunch, brunch, all of that stuff, and you're usually having to drink. I can remember the times when she was purposely trying to make sure that she was not going to have anything to drink. So I feel that she has been dealing with alcohol issues. I'm just being honest. And then to have this situation happen, it's so sad, because I just feel that it did not have to happen, not just because she shouldn't have been drinking like that, but you're in a space where I feel like you should be having a driver anyway. period. And it just always baffles me when I hear about reality personalities that have been on these shows for many, many years, and definitely celebrities who have been in the spotlight. And you don't even have to have a freaking personal driver, like if that's not in your budget, but you can't get an Uber, a black car, like seriously. So again, I'm not blaming, but I'm just saying that it's really sad that this situation couldn't have been avoided, because I do believe that Karen has been dealing with alcohol struggles just based on the things that I've been seeing over the years. And not to make this about Monique, who used to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac, unless I missed something, I'm really surprised that when she was involved in that accident, when she was on the show and she actually talked about it, where it was a one-car accident, that she didn't get charged with a DUI. She said that she fell asleep behind the wheel, but we know that she was drinking a lot. And we also know that drinking a lot can make you sleepy. So she had her husband at the time, who she divorced after that prenup ran out and expired. She had her husband come and pick her up from the scene, had the car towed to the house. And I just feel that he kept things under wraps for her. And here we are in today's times, in the present, and Karen, unfortunately, has had this situation happen, and now she's been charged with a DUI. So I do believe that Karen has been dealing with alcohol issues and struggles. We've seen some things over these seasons, and yes, some things may have been funny and laughable, but this is the real life stuff. And I hope that when she comes back next season, not saying I hope they make this into a storyline, but I don't even like that term storyline, because if you're going to be on these reality shows, you really should be talking about what's really going on, not just trying to show people what you want people to see. And this is the ugly stuff that is a part of real life. And if you're going to be on these shows to show your real life, then open up about it. And I do believe that Karen has been one of those people. We've seen it from the very first season. Yeah, she's definitely leveled up, glowed up. Her looks and wigs, units, whatever, she calls them, or anyone else wants to call them, have exponentially leveled up over the seasons. But even in the beginning, with her looking as crazy as she was looking, she was trying to give off this air of perfection and the grande dame and etiquette and all of that other stuff, when in actuality, she's a woman that married a man that was much older than she was or is. She is a woman, I believe, that has been dealing with alcohol struggles. It's a real life thing. If you're going to be on these shows, put it out there, not just trying to make it seem like everything is so perfect and prim and proper. I'm married to the Black Bill Gates and all of this other stuff. The stuff about the tax issues, that came out because it was news, right? And with that being said, because she was on the show, it was being reported. I wasn't here for Giselle's tacky behind to be sitting there making fun of the situation, because you already know how I feel about her. But with all of this coming out now, I'm sure that they're going to have to address it. I believe the reunion has already been filmed, so this is not going to be on the reunion. But I'm sorry that this happened. It definitely could have been avoided, but I do believe that Karen has been dealing with alcohol struggles, and it just sucks to, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm glad that she is okay, and I would much rather her be in a courthouse showing up for a ticket versus showing up in a hospital, or worse, in a morgue, right? But it's dangerous. Driving under the influence, it's just not okay. So that's why I just don't really have any tolerance for that, because you put so many other people in danger. And thankfully, this was a one-car accident. But do you know how many other people get killed by drunk drivers? And the drunk drivers, they usually live. So there's just no acceptance for that. I don't think that it's okay. I'm not here to say that, well, it's Karen. So no, there's no excuses for this. She should have had a driver. She should have had a driver. And I don't know who she was with. I'm quite sure the Green Eye Bandits next season, they're going to be speculating and probably bringing up some stuff and talking about blue eyes, and the rumors about Karen cheating and all of that other stuff too. I don't care about all of that other stuff, but I do care about this. This is just really serious and just no tolerance whatsoever for people who drive under the influence. It's just not okay. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about that briefly. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.